Okay, once more, welcome to this program. Um, you already know me. My name is Mr. Charles Ugu, and I'll be handling you on this project management and business analysis. So let's get started. I'll start sharing my screen. Um, can you see my screen? I think it's trying to come up.
No, sir. I'm not.
Okay, it's coming up.
Sorry, is this class still on? I can't see or hear anything. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to present. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Is unusual network. I don't know, but just be patient.
Sandra Timewa, mute now. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, sorry guys, we're having an unusual network problem, but it's going to be fine. So sorry, guys. The network is very dull, so but it's going to be fine. Okay. My apologies for all the delay. This network delay is quite unusual, and today of all day we were just starting, but it's fine. Okay. I hope now all of us can see my screen, and are we seeing my screen very well now?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for the inconveniences. Okay. Let's talk about project management. Let's start from the beginning. Yeah, we must have been hearing project management. A lot of people are claiming to be project managers. Yeah, but anything have a lot of things we are doing our project. Even cooking is project. They are project. Going to the market. These are many projects we carry out on daily basis. We don't call it projects, but they're all projects. Going to work, coming back is a project. Taking children to school, they're all projects. Many projects. Okay. But as professionals, which all of us here now, we are professional because we've started this journey. So many of us are here because they want to have life experience, some because they want to transit, they want a lot of reasons. So what is this project management? Project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools.
Sorry, sir. I don't know if you're sharing your screen, but nothing is showing. It's just background. I don't know if you're sharing screen already.
I already asked if everybody is seeing, and everybody said, oh, yes.
It's just the background that is showing. I don't know if any write-up is coming up. Just wanted to
We can see your screen.
We can see your screen.
We can see the
We can
screen.
see the screen.
Like the write-up or just the background?
Yes, we can see
We
the
can
right.
see the write-up.
The write-up,
Okay, from my
introduction,
end.
definition
Okay,
of project
okay. Let me
management.
log out.
Yes.
Sorry for that. Maybe it's a network, like I had network issue myself. Oh, it's working fine now. So okay. Sorry for the interruption. Like I said, project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities to meet project requirements. Every project have requirements. Okay. What are these requirements? Stakeholders, they want us to help them achieve some set of actions, and they have requirements. So we have to meet these requirements. Please, somebody is not on mute. You can put yourself on mute so that the noise from you will not be affecting the recording. So the main thing we are learning here is how to apply this knowledge. And while applying this knowledge, there are some skills we need to exhibit, both technical skills and soft skills. So that is why we are saying is the application of knowledge. It's not only the knowledge, we need skills. We have two types of skills, technical skills and soft skills. Not only that, skills cannot do it alone. While applying this knowledge and exhibiting these skills, we need to use some tools. That is not enough. Using the tools is not enough. There are some special techniques we need to apply to produce all the documentations. And this is what makes us different from everyday project manager. How to use these tools, techniques, to use these tools and techniques to produce documentation that meets the project requirement. In order to achieve this, we have to involve so many stages, like initiating stage, planning stage, executing stage, monitoring stage, and controlling stage. These are projects, call it life cycle. We have to apply this within these stages, within a life cycle. Life cycle is the life of that project. So, means controlling project activities to achieve specific goal within defined constraints. All this we are doing it within some constraints. We call it 3 C's, 3 constraints. We are trying to achieve whatever we are doing within the timeline. For instance, every project is a temporal endeavor. It's not forever. So it must have a beginning and it must have an end. Before a project starts, it must have the end date, expected end date, and the beginning date. So you cannot say you don't know how long this project is going to run, then you are not a project manager. Even if you must have expectation, call it expected timeline. And we'll have scope. Scope is the boundaries. Boundaries. While working on this project, while executing this project, there are things you can do and things you cannot do. There are boundaries. And then budgets. The project must not exceed the budget. And before you start the project, you must have an expected budget. So what you are doing is to manage this requirement, that is stakeholders' requirement, their expectations. Their expectation, you need to plan to manage that their expectation is the project. You manage that expectation within a life, within a specific time. And while managing it within this time, you have to be conscious of timeline, scope, and budget. So that is it. If you can manage everything you are doing, the way you execute, the way you initiate, plan, execute, monitor within these 3 constraints, that's all about project management. It might look simple, but it's not. So these 3 lines, you can see 3 lines. This is all about project management. Every other thing we are going to do is to start developing this. By the time we start developing these 3 lines, it will become like a full textbook. So, but it's very simple if you can pay attention and follow. So that is the definition, simple definition of project management. You have to understand it in a very simple way. So even if you are going to write some certification exam, they are interested in these 3 constraints. Once you master the 3 constraints, 3 C's is timeline, scope, and budget. That is it. That is what we are going to try to master. How to use tools, techniques, best of our skills and best of our knowledge to execute a project from initiate stage to planning stage to execute stage to monitoring stage, and then control all these activities within the timeline, maybe 6 months, maybe 4 months, within a scope. Scope is the boundary, things to do and things that we don't need to do within the project and the limited budget we have. Anything you are going to do that is going to lead you out of your timeline is blunder in project management. Anything that can lead you out of scope is blunder. We call it scope creep. And everything you are going to do that will lead you to overshoot your budget is blunder, because a project manager, you are expected to be very prudent. So it's a very big task. You see, if you look around, even within your environment, you see a lot of abandoned projects. It's because so many of them did not understand the timeline. So many of them did not understand the scope, what is expected, and so many of them did not understand how much it's going to cost to run the project. And that's why we see a lot of abandon. They start the project, they can't finish. It's either they run out of time, it's either they derail, or it's either the money budgeted finished before the project and there's nothing they can do anymore. So let's just get it like this, and let's then look at the importance of project management. Project management plays a crucial role in ensuring successful delivery of projects across various industries. It helps organizations to achieve their objectives. It's very, very important. Organizations, when I say organization, I don't mean private organization, I mean organization, both private, both public sector, both NGOs, both churches, all the organizations, they don't play, even churches, government. So project management is very, very important. You see so many churches, see some churches, they've been building some churches even before I was born. And those churches within my communities, they are still building these churches up till now. Please, somebody is, you are not on mute and it's affecting, because when we are going to be watching it, it will be very noisy and it is not professional. I don't like using my hand to put you on mute, because if I want to put you on mute, I might click another thing and it will remove you. So project management is very, very important to different organizations across different industries. It helps organizations to achieve their objective by ensuring project goals are clearly defined and aligned with the organizational objective. It helps to optimize the allocation of resources to maximize efficiency and minimize costs. Allocation of resources is always limited. You cannot have surplus resources. It's almost, so Every resources, so you need to be highly diligent to be able to optimize the resources. You need to find a way to reduce costs as a project manager, maximizing any kind of opportunity you have to reduce costs and increase the efficiency. You can only do that if you are a good project manager. Project management helps to facilitate effective communication and collaboration among project stakeholders. One key problem we are going to have as a project manager, stakeholder communication with the stakeholders. Stakeholders are not very easy to manage. That is one thing we have to pay attention to understand stakeholder management and stakeholder analysis. So if you master project management very well, to communicate with your stakeholders is going to be very easy. If you are going for interviews, there is one question that will always come out. And the question is, how do you manage difficult stakeholders as a project manager? So you need to understand it. So you need to understand how to carry out stakeholder management or stakeholder analysis, communication, how to draft a communication plan is very important. In this boot camp, everything we are going to do here is practical. It's going to be like 20% theory and 80% practical. So every documentation we need to manage a project, we must produce it. You must see how it looks like, and you must produce one before you finish. So stakeholder analysis is going to be one of those documents, how to manage stakeholders. Project management is going to help us in mitigating risks and addressing challenges proactively and minimizing disruption. Let me tell you, project itself is a risk. So project management, if you translate it in another name, remove that project, is risk management. Everything in project is risk. So you have to understand how to mitigate risk and address challenges proactively. As a good project manager, before you start a project, you must know where you are supposed to have risks. And those areas you need to have expected risk, potential risk. You must have plans on how to handle them. Let me give you an instance. If you are traveling, let's say from Lagos to Abuja, every driver, you know where you are going to have challenges. You've not started your journey, but as an experienced driver, because you've been driving, you should know where to have challenges and you make adequate provision. Some of those challenges can be delay on the road. It can be checkpoints. Police will check and they search. That's why you see some drivers, they already planned that at every checkpoint, they are going to be giving out they are going to be doing some PR, we call it PR. And they have a package for PR ahead before they start the journey. What do you call that? Risk management. They don't want disruption. They don't want to reduce the time they commute from Abuja to Lagos. So every project is like that. In some projects, before you start the project, you have the project insured. You have insurance companies insure even the workers coming to work in that project. So many of them are insured. So these are things that being a good project manager will help us to understand. And once you manage all this, you find out you have a smooth execution of your project. A driver traveling from Lagos to Abuja and knowing that there are so many checkpoints, both police checkpoints, army checkpoints, custom checkpoints, road safety checkpoints, and provided a PR for all those different checkpoints, is going to have a smoother journey than a driver that just starts and jump into the road. You find out that you can come to one checkpoint, they will check everything, they will even check the tires, check everything, and this is going to, I'm not saying it's not good, but some risk. These are some of those drivers. It's a project. That's how they mitigate some of those projects to reduce any kind of disruption, them sleeping on the road. You know, these are some of the risks. Some journey or drivers, because they know they have kidnappers along the way, they go with escort. This is a risk. Some people who travel with escort, they find out when the kidnappers come to disrupt their journey, their escort will fire back and they will continue with their journey. Those who didn't plan and just embark on that journey, they will kidnap them and they will be in the wilderness for every years. Some will even die. So this is what we call risk management. Project management will help in providing a structured approach to project execution, leading to improved project outcomes and customer satisfaction. You cannot use the same approach for the same project. Every project must have different approach. So as an experienced project manager, when you have your requirements or you have your project brief from the project sponsor, you understand the challenges or you understand the kind of what they want to achieve. That will help you to determine or decide the kind of project approach to apply. Some organization made it clear that this is because of the way we are or the kind of project we run or the kind of business we are in. We have decided that we are going to be using this type of approach. So if that's the case, company has already decided on project approach. It's either we are going to use agile approach, or we are going to use waterfall approach, or we are going to use Prince2, extreme programming. There are so many approaches. If you go to so many projects going on now, go to construction sites, you see so many project managers there. It will come out to call, who is the project manager? They will just come out, I'm the project manager. And you ask them, which approach are you using? Some of them do not even know the approach they are using. All they know is that they are executing projects. How can you start a project and you don't know the approach you are using? It's not possible. It's just like you say you are traveling and you don't know the kind of approach you are using for your travel, whether you are using airline, you are using by road or by sea. So these are different. You must have decided approach you need to use. So these are what will help you to arrive to a destination. If it's an urgent emergency, then use flight. If it's something that is not so urgent, you can use can travel by road. So you must have approach or methodology. If you don't want to say approach, you say methodology, providing structured approach or methodology to execute the project. Okay. Think we are getting it. Let's look at key concept and terminologies in project management. So we must have, there are some keywords. I call it keywords. If you become a project manager, there's keywords that you need to assimilate. It should be in your head all the time. And the major keywords here is a project. As a project manager, you'll be hearing project, everything project. This project, you can hear project even 20 times or even 30 times in a day. Yes, because you are a project manager or you are working on a project. You don't need to be only project manager. Once you're working within project environment, you can work as a project manager, project coordinator, project support officer, project, a lot of business analysts. You must hear, these are within project management, you must hear project so many times. And what is a project? I want us to know that I defined project. When we started, what I defined here is project management. Project management is different from projects. So, don't worry, we provide our lesson notes at the end of the tutorial. When we are going to be uploading the video, we equally attach a copy of the lesson notes. So, what is a project? Like I said earlier, it's temporal, can never be forever. A project is a temporal endeavor undertaken to cover a unique product, service, or result. It's temporal endeavor. Yeah. And then project management. Project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, techniques to project activity to meet project requirements. So to achieve this result here in this project, we need to apply all this. If we don't apply all this, you are not getting this result. There is no two ways. It's either you apply all this or you get no results. That is why all of us are here. And that is why there are so many jobs out there for project managers or project management roles. In the industry today, this is one environment where you can always see job vacancies every time. It's more than every other job sectors. Project management is the highest. And if you want to challenge me on that, challenge me. Okay. Let's continue with the concept and terminologies. We have another terminology called triple C. We already talked about triple C. Triple C, that triple constraint. These are time, cost, and scope. Time, cost, and scope. The triple constraints. These three factors are very important. You need to manage them very well if you want to achieve success in your project. Then you have stakeholder. If you are scared of talking to people, not just people, if you are scared of talking to big men, big people, then here is not for you, but they are human beings. You have to embrace stakeholders. You can't run away from your stakeholders. As long as project management is concerned, stakeholders, they are like your shadow. You can't run away from them. You have to embrace them, understand them, because they have interests. They have vested interests. You find out that you, the project manager, you don't even have interest. The kind of interest they have is more than your own interest, because you have seen so many project managers, they are executing that project not because they want to achieve success, it's just because they want the money. But the people who owns the project, they want that project to succeed. You see a wedding planner, he's just there for the money. Some of them are just there for the money. And they do everything so that they will execute a very good wedding. But the kind of interest you have and the kind of interest the bride and groom have is different. So these are stakeholders. You must understand them. You must embrace them. So they are individuals, group who have an interest in a project, or some people that project can be impacted on. So these are stakeholders. So we need to understand these people. And then project manager. Whenever you hear project, the next thing you hear is project manager. They are very important people as long as the project is concerned. They are the individual responsible for leading the project team and ensuring the successful delivery of the project. Goal.
Hello.
We couldn't hear you at some point, sir.
Hello. It's gone off again.
Am I the only one who cannot hear him?
Hello,
It's
sir.
not
Can you
for
hear
you.
us?
It's gone off.
We all are here. We cannot hear anything.
His network is off.
The network problem.
Hear him either also. What's happening?
The network.
Sure. It's gone off completely.
Please mute your mic.
Hello.
It's like network has thrown him out.
Yes, let us be patient and wait for him.
Let's be patient a little while.
Network is really bad.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
We
now.
can hear you
Yeah,
now.
we can hear you now.
I've never
Audible now.
We can hear you.
had this kind of, I've never had this kind of network since I started teaching. So what's wrong with your class?
It's a unique class.
Huh?
Nothing is
What's wrong?
wrong.
It's a unique class.
What's wrong here? My video is not coming on. My mic is so. And okay, whatever is, I'm going to overcome, you know. But I will see. But I'm not, to be honest with you, I've not had this kind of network before, and especially my first class. So, but it's all right. I will go and prepare and come back for you guys. But let's continue. Thank you for bringing me to notice, because I didn't know the network gone bad. So
Hello, sorry, is anyone else hearing him?
still
You're still not talking right now.
yeah, I can understand. Oh,
I'm only seeing the picture, but not seeing anything.
I can see the slide here.
I see the slide, but I'm not hearing anything.
It's just the background that we are seeing. The slide is not showing the background.
I think the network is from your end.
I can see your screen.
But I'm not hearing anything.
But the slide
Okay.
is actually is not open yet.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes,
Okay.
we can hear you.
Let's manage and finish for tonight. I will see what I can do to improve all this. But this is just totally strange to me. You know, this kind of poor network is, you know, at times I have up to 3 classes, 2 meetings in a day with this laptop, the same network, and it doesn't happen. But let's continue because I still have other classes tonight. So, project rules. In project management, you have other rules. It's not only project manager is not the only role you have in project management. You have other roles in project management, and these are the key roles. So when you are starting a project, these are some roles you are going to have to expect. You have a project manager, the leader of the project, that is the project manager. The project manager is responsible for overall planning, execution, and delivery. That's the project manager. You are a leader. And that's one thing I want you to know, that you are a leader. It doesn't matter how you look at yourself, no matter how you look at it, you feel it looks small. I don't know how you're looking at yourself, but the picture or the what people have seen or looking at you, they are looking at you as a leader. So project management is a leadership course. Then we have project team members, individuals with specific skills and expertise assigned to work on various project tasks. We have different people working in a project. We'll have in IT projects, we can have business analysts, we'll have developers, we'll have quality assurance, name them, see many of them. We have construction projects, we can have like plumbers, we can have different people working. So these are what we call project team members. Then we have stakeholders. Stakeholders are individuals or groups affected by the project or those who have interest in their project outcome, such as the clients, sponsors, and end users. They are all classified as stakeholders. Anybody who have vested interest in that project, or anybody that project is going to affect in one way or the other, they are all called stakeholders. Then we have sponsor. Sponsor, the individual or group that provide financial resources and support for the project. They are called sponsors. They are the people sponsoring that project. So sponsors can come from an organization. For instance, when a marketing manager is requesting that the organization should get a CRM system for them, when the monies are approved for that CRM system to be implemented, the project sponsor in this regard is the marketing manager. You are not going to say it's the company, it's within that organization, is the sponsor, because the person that is requesting, he makes sure that that money is available. He push for it. So these are sponsors. So let's quickly look at professional roles in project management. Professional roles. If you are going to be diving into project management, you are going to be seeing yourself working in one way or the other within these roles. And these are There are so many of them. Because of time, I'm going to be very fast. We already talked about project manager. The project manager is responsible for overseeing the entire project life cycle from initiate to the closure, ensuring that the project objectives are met on time, within the budget, and according to the quality standard. They lead project team, develop project plan, allocate resources, manage risk, and communicate with the stakeholder. You see this highlight, you need to cram it, because if you want to be a project manager, this is your key responsibilities, your daily activity. Developing project plan, allocating resources, managing risk, and communicating with stakeholders. This is what you need to learn. That is what we are here for, to teach you how to use tools, techniques, and various skills to produce project plan, allocate resources, manage risk, and communicate with stakeholders. Then we'll have project coordinators. Project coordinators assist the project manager. They are like assistant project manager. They assist the project manager in coordinating project activities, managing schedule, tracking progress, and communicating with team members and stakeholders. They may also be responsible for administrative tasks such as documentation and reporting. As a project coordinator, you are an assistant project manager. Within the next 2 months, we are going to be expecting you to start submitting your CV as project coordinator. And from experience, so many of us started getting jobs as project coordinator, even halfway before within this boot camp. We are going, once we finish this, we are going to issue out a project coordinator CV and encourage you to start applying. I'm going to be working as assistant project manager. Please put yourself on mute. Then we'll have project schedule and planner. The project scheduler is responsible for developing and maintaining project schedule, timeline, and milestone using scheduling software such as Microsoft Project or Primavera or Project Labor. They ensure that project activities are sequenced logically, resources are allocated efficiently, and critical path tasks are identified to meet project deadline. So project scheduler or planners, they are equally assistant project manager. They all assist project manager. Then we have business analysts. Business analysts work closely with stakeholders to identify project requirements. The main thing you guys are going to be working on in a project is that requirement. It's very important. That's why business analysts, they are very important part of every project, because they are the people that will identify the requirements, gather the requirements, analyze the requirements, develop business case or project charter. They translate business needs into project objective, scope, and deliverable, ensuring alignment with organizational goals and objectives. Business analysts, they are very important personalities in project management. Then we have risk manager. Risk manager, they manage risk, identify risk at first, and manage risk thoroughly throughout the project life cycle, developing risk management plan, risk strategies, risk mitigation plan or mitigation measures to minimize impact of potential threats or uncertainties on project success. They analyze risk factors, prioritize risk, and monitor risk triggers to implement timely intervention. In most cases, we are not going to be having risk managers. We're only going to have project manager. So it means that you, the project manager, you are going to be working on identifying your project risk. We equally have quality assurance. Quality assurance managers, they ensure projects deliverable meet quality standard and consumer or customer expectation by developing quality management plan.
Sorry, can somebody tell Superman to turn off the mic? It's over the class. Somebody tell Superman to turn off her mic.
Informal Godfrey, please, you are disturbing the class. Quality assurance managers, just like I said, their goal is to make sure there is quality standard within the project. Quality standard. They develop quality management plan, conduct quality audits, and implement quality control measures. They monitor project process, identify areas for improvement, and implement corrective action to enhance project quality and performance. We call them QR or QA, quality assurance. They are very important people in projects. We have a lot of them. But mind you, if you are working on a very smaller project, all these people, all these roles are not going to be visible because so many companies, they are not ready to be paying quality assurance, risk manager. So in a situation where there is no quality assurance, you see the business analyst working in the position of a quality assurance. In a situation where there is no risk manager, you see the project manager taking the role of a risk manager as well. Then we have change management specialists. If we don't have change management specialists, business analyst is going to be working as change management specialist. The change management specialist, they specializes in facilitating organizational change initiative related to project implementation by assessing the impact, developing change management plan, and engaging stakeholders to ensure smooth transition. They communicate change objective and address resistance to change and support stakeholders in adopting new processes. So change management specialist is very, very important role. So many companies are having it. They are very, very important because you see, whenever a new project is coming up, it's all about change. It's either they want to implement one change or they want to implement another change. And people do not like change. We don't want, when a change is coming, it means that some people are going to be moving away from their comfort zone. And people do not like moving away from their comfort zone. And you see people, in so many cases, you see people carrying out demonstration, carrying out, this resistance to change. You see government want to implement one policy or you see demonstration. This is what we call resistance to change. People do not want to change. So we need professionals to sensitize the end users, employees, or the general public about the project, trying to let them understand the benefit of that project. Convincing anybody that need to move out from their comfort zone to embrace the change, to do that, and equally develop training plan in a situation, in an organization. When people are scared, you need to give people assurance they are going to be trained. If you are developing a new technology, let them know that they are not going to be thrown away, they are not going to be left alone. They are going to be trained. You develop training materials, we train them. So these are what you do as a change management specialist. In most cases, the business analyst is going to wear this uniform as So business analyst is almost everywhere. Then we have project management office manager. I want you to understand this. They are not project manager. I call it project management office manager. I call them PMOs. They are the people kind of policing the project managers. PMOs oversees project management office, which provides guidance, governance, support, and oversight for project management practice and standard within the organization. They establish and maintain project management methodology, looking at the kind of organization, their vision, their goal, the kind of services, the kind of product. They will come up with the kind of project methodology that will suit the organization. They decide the tools the project managers are going to be using. They decide the processes and provide guidance and support to project managers and project team to ensure consistency and alignment with organizational goals and objectives. So like I said, they are the police. They are policing the project manager for adherence, making sure that project managers adhere to quality standard. So that is where we are bringing it to an end. As a matter of fact, it's a very rocky night because of network. I've not experienced this kind of network before, but my apologies. So this is the resources. You have Project Management Institute, PMI. If you go to pmi.org, there's a lot of resources as well. You have International Project Management Association, IPMA.org. Then Project Management Body of Knowledge, that is PMI. So this is a textbook. This Project Management Body of Knowledge is a textbook from PMI. So this can help you to, you need more theoretical knowledge, because what they are going to produce here, give you here, is theoretical knowledge. But in what we are doing here, I don't dwell in theory, we dwell in practical. Because when you get a job, they are not going to be requesting theories. They want you to do it practical. You want to develop project plan. You want to, all these documents. This is what organizations are interested, and they produce it with higher standard. So, in conclusion, project management is a critical discipline that drives success in organization across industry. I say across industry means every industry, whether educational industry, bank, hospital, church, anywhere. By understanding its fundamental key concepts and rules, you'll be better equipped to navigate the complexities. Yes, when I say complexity of project execution, is very complex if you are new. But once you understand it very well, it's fun. To help you to navigate the complexities of project execution and deliver successful outcome. So this is just the beginning, is introduction to project management. We just get started. So it's now that we have to start looking at what brought us into this boot camp. Because all these things we are just talking just to understand the concept project management. So here is packed with a lot of activities and some. After here, you will be piping very hot as a project manager. Once more, I want to say sorry for the rocky network. So after this night, I'll look at all my network and see where all this is coming from. But I've never experienced this like this. My class used to be very smooth and very sweet. But we just get started. So if you have questions, you can ask me questions. ask me any kind of question, but we'll answer you. I'm starting another class by 8:30 UK time, so you still have time to ask your question. We should have finished this class by 8 o'clock, so we have at least enough time to ask questions. But this rocky network, but we're still going to capture questions. This is our first night, and we have to accept questions. So we have Beatrice raising your hand. Beatrice, how may I help you?
Yeah, good
We
evening,
are going
sir.
to be fast.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, carry on.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to cite a concern here. It's not really a question. All what you said so far, I understand it, and we'll go through the notes again. Sorry for bringing this on, and it has to do with, I don't know, maybe my concern only, I don't know. I could remember during the introduction class, you said that if you are asking question, you are free to put on your camera. You are not against that. But I think people misunderstood you. I don't know if that is what you actually meant. During the class, many people cameras were on, some their mic were on, distracting. I didn't come here to pay 70,000 naira for somebody to come and distract me with his or her own camera and everything, so distracting. And secondly, some people will be doing some stuff. When we're having a cloud computing class, some people were fond of going into the bedroom, open their camera, then they will be baiting. So many things we've seen. We have seen no nude of ladies, mistakenly no of their undies and everything while their camera were on. And those people were still pained because they actually forgot. So many things can go wrong during your camera being on. So, and it's so distracting. Aside from that, that is your own personal self. If you decide to put yourself out there, that is for you. But it's distracting. For me, I don't know.
You can bring your complaint because we've just finished your class. When we finish your class, we ask questions for people that do not understand the topic. If you have any issue, you can report that to the platform, or you report it to me personally. We don't capture this kind of complaint in the class. We capture it because in a class, I want it to be professional, so that what I'm trying to understand is people struggling with that topic we presented. So if you have any other thing outside the topic presented, that can be submitted personally and we'll deal with it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So Joseph Odama.
Yes, sir. All right. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Sorry to call you coach. I don't know if that's fine.
It's all right.
In summary, if I could get you clearly, the hallmark of a project manager is just like overseeing the day-to-day running of a task to see that each set objectives are being achieved, right?
Yes.
All right, then my concern is this. Let's assume I want to undertake a project in the medical field or in the IT field. Being someone that is not like grounded in that field, are there possibilities, like how do I get to pull through that enormous task?
Okay, like I said, project management, if you read, I will, like I said, this lesson note, go watch again. Project management is an application. You apply this concept, you apply this methodology. In any environment you find yourself, you apply it. The environment you find yourself will determine the kind of approach you are going to use. You know, in software development, most of the time we use agile approach because software development is complex projects. when we're in something like construction project or building project, real estate that is very simple, we use waterfall approach. So in any environment, no matter industry you are, you should be able to manage the project very well. So it's not, it doesn't matter whether engineering, construction, anywhere, you should be able to manage any kind of, the most complex projects ever today is what we call software development. That is complex project, and we still manage it. That's why I call IT project manager. Very simple. You use agile approach and you manage it very smoothly. But we are coming, this is just introduction. We will see how we are going to be doing all those things. So
Okay, sir.
yeah.
That's okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Ogo Jane. Jane, are you there? Okay, Jane is not there. Then we have
I'm here, sir.
please, we
Good
don't
evening,
have, you can
everybody.
see this night is not our usual night, it's very rocky, so we'll try to just capture a few questions, be fast.
Yes, it's just I'll try to be snappy. I want to know if Scrum is part of what you're going to teach us.
Are you, if that's your problem, you don't have any issue. Scrum is just like a drop of water. You know, what we are going to do here is more than Scrum.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. I can't pronounce the long name, but I will pronounce the short one. Tekena. Okay. Tekena is not here.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Charles. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, what is your first name?
I'm here. Can you hear me? Just Nemi. Nemi is fine.
Okay. Okay,
Can I ask my
Nemi,
question, sir?
you can carry on.
Yes, please. Okay. You said that the PMO, that's the project management officers, they oversee the job of the project manager. So my question is, can a project
I can't hear your question. You haven't.
Position of? Can you hear me, sir?
I didn't hear. Okay, carry on. I can hear you, but it's breaking.
I said, okay. You said that the PMO, that's the project management officer, they oversee the activities of the project managers. So my
Yes.
question is, can the project manager entirely, they have the distinct responsibilities?
Yes, we'll have a special course for PMO. You know, but the knowledge of a project manager can get you a job as a PMO, because if you what we are doing here is project management. So if you want to become a PMO after this boot camp, you can apply as a PMO. Okay. Nemi, your network is not strong, just like mine tonight. Sorry about that. Nkiru Aboribo.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, you mentioned, I think it was network that made me, I didn't hear. You mentioned a book, the name of a book. And also I wanted to ask, I used to hear of product management. Does it have to do with only tech, product that has to do with tech, or can a project management also handle project manager be part of product manager?
Product management is different from project management. There are two different
Profession.
rules.
Okay.
So a business analyst is more like product manager.
Okay. Business analyst, more like a project.
They are more related to product management than a project manager.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that. But we are not. This is purely project management. So in project management, you can manage a product as well. You can execute, you can develop a product, manage a product as a project. And then we'll have product owner. So product owner, which is part of what we are going to do, product owner is like a product manager. So don't worry, we are going to come when we come to product ownership. We'll talk about that. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tonight. Like I said, it wasn't so fantastic for me because of the network, but we're going to make up for it. But we are started, and nothing is stopping us from enjoying this boot camp. We must have to enjoy this boot camp. Any grievances, any issue you want to register, if you go to the camp, the group, if something you don't feel you can drop in the group, you see my number, you call me, or you can message me privately, or you can drop it. I'm all there. I respond to your query, anything, no matter how it is. So we are going to have a lovely boot camp, So because of time, I'm jumping into another class. So thank you, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Beatrice, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
Do you
I'm
want
here.
to talk
Do
to
you
me?
want to talk to me? Yes,
Call me on my phone.
Call me on my phone.
Or you chat me.
I just wanted to just share my relay out.
070 86 881 339.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
It's on the screen. You can screenshot it.